Ladies and gentlemen, today I would like to talk to you about health and healing. I started to become interested in health and healing, after I was basically diagnosed with chronic conditions, various chronic conditions. And I started to wonder, why is it exactly that people are getting sick? Okay, because I at first never took some of my chronic conditions serious. I mean, I did my best to take my medication, I did my best to do whatever I can, but life stresses and other things got in the way, and I wasn't watching, what I eat properly, and those, by not exercising, not eating properly, my chronic conditions turned into other chronic conditions, and you were like, wow, what exactly is going on? So it was very scary. It was very scary because, you're wondering about your mortality, first of all. That's the first thing. And then you start to wonder about your family. You start to worry about, okay, what is it that gonna be missing? And, a lot of things, a lot of crazy thoughts come to your head. And, it gives myself anxiety, and it becomes very worrisome. So I started to think, okay, instead of worrying, how exactly can I heal myself? How exactly can I heal other people? How exactly can, you know, you heal yourself and in the same time to be able to change many lives? And it came to me like a lightning bulb that literally for the rest of my life, I'm gonna basically have to be talking about health, you know? Because if it was up to me, I prefer to be doing a lot of music, and that's okay. I could continue doing my music, but your health is your wealth, okay? And today I'm going to be talking to all my peoples from all over the world about how to get better and how to heal yourself and how to work with your doctors in healing yourself. Okay? The first thing I started to wonder about is what exactly caused sickness and why are so many people sick. That was the first thing that I thought about. And I came up with many different answers. The first answer that I came up with is obviously lifestyle. Today, the percentage of people who are exercising is very low. Okay, and because of modern technology, many people are living a sedentary lifestyle. What that basically means is that there's a total lack of inactivity. And by that, it leads to obesity. And obesity comes from poor diet. Okay, another thing is that there's also, you know, the food that we eat. Okay, it's a combination of stuff. Another thing is that a lot of people don't believe in any kind of higher power, no form of spirituality in any kind of way. So there's a lot of things that are happening all at once that helps to contribute to diseases. Another thing, of course, is genetics, which at this point in time, as long as you have been born, you have no control over it unless the scientists come up with other activities to reverse some of the genetical changes that happen in the body. And finally, another thing is also to what's going on in the mind. This is going to become very important as you look forward to healing yourself. Okay, this is going to become extremely important. What's going on in the mind? Now, the first thing when it comes to healing, okay, is that you have to want to be healed. Okay, let me repeat myself. You have to want to heal. Many people daily are sabotaging themselves daily. Okay, you know that you suffer from various chronic condition, but yet still you are sabotaging yourself by eating whatever. Okay, I could remember one time I went to the doctor and the doctor told me that your blood pressure was elevated. And, here's some medication. You know what's the first thing I did? Because I went to the doctor and I didn't eat breakfast, I was hungry. You know the first place where I went? Popeyes. Now, people, if for one reason the doctor told you that your blood pressure is high, you don't go to Popeyes. You need to go and get some salad. You need to go and get some cucumber. You need to go to the gym and start exercising and start getting yourself better. Okay? The mind is a very critical thing in healing yourself. Okay? When it comes to the mind now, there's also the phobia of missing out. Okay? Missing out on eating with your friends, missing out on eating with your family, missing out on eating whatever. There's no way that someone was going to tell me that I would have virtually stopped eating oxtail and rice and peas. No, because, that's what I love to eat. That's what I like. But if you're trying to heal yourself, you know that there are certain things that you cannot eat at a certain point in time. And once you get back on your feet, you eat those things in a limited proportion. Now, what is critical again in the mind, because, I'm sorry I'm not putting up slides so you guys could follow me even more clearer, but, I want you guys to listen and not be distracted by graphics, I want you to listen. That's why I'm not putting up, a whole bunch of fancy graphics and moving pictures. I want you to listen. It forces you to listen. Another thing dealing with the mind is that people get distracted by many different things. People get distracted by, life in general. Okay? Now, there are many people out there facing many circumstances, many situations. Some people are facing bills, some people are facing very serious illnesses, and the truth is, sometimes people say there's less illnesses and more illnesses. Untreated illness in general, I believe, excuse me, untreated illness in various capacity could lead to other things. So, if you're worried about money, you're worried about many other problems, it's difficult to focus on healthy eating. It's difficult to focus on getting a better life. It's difficult to do a lot of things if you're just worried in general. Okay? So, one thing in your process of beginning to heal is that you have to stop worrying about whatever. Okay? people also too are carrying a lot of baggage from the past, a lot of issues that had happened, a lot of things that are still plaguing them. You need to let all of that stuff go. Okay? It's critical that you leave the past in the past. Okay? Yes, your past do affect your today, but you have to focus on your today to have a brighter future. Okay? So let's review, a lot of things that I said dealing with the mind, because healing begins with the mind. Bottom line is that you have to get your mind right. You have to do some yoga, you have to do some meditation techniques, you have to do various things to calm the mind down. Okay? And once you calm your mind down, okay, you will be able to think more clearly. You're going to be able to focus. You're going to be able to be less distracted, because a lot of us are running around here and our minds are all over the place. Okay? Our minds is not focused, it's not stable. It's just all over the place. So you need to get your mind holistically correct. Okay? Because I thoroughly believe that healing begins in the mind. Okay? Healing begins in the mind. People need to have positive thoughts. People need to have positive energy going through their minds. Okay? You need to just be in an overall settings where healing is inside of the mind, beginning inside the mind. Okay? Also too, when it comes to the mind, you need to be praying. Okay? I know that my video is going to touch many people from all over the world, and depending on where you're coming from, different people have different religions and everything else, okay, under the sun. Some people don't believe in God. Some people, it goes all over the place. But I'm here to tell you that you need to believe in something. You need to be praying every single day, asking for healing. Okay, you need to be strong enough to stay focused on healing the mind. Okay, I cannot stress it enough. That holistic healing of the mind helps to holistically heal your body. Okay? Now, when you talk about the mind, you have to also talk about stress. And I could remember at one point in time, I was in a relationship where this relationship was extremely toxic. Okay? When I tell you toxic, it was very toxic. Looking back, I would never create any blame on the individual. I would create a lot of the blame on myself. Why? Because I learned over the years that I'm one of these persons or individuals who stress things a lot. Okay? My mind isn't right when it comes to problems. I stress things. I think about the worst case scenario and I blow things into out of proportion. And I think there's a lot of people out there like me. And that could stem from a variety of things. This is why I tell people, do your best to focus on the present and focus on how best you could do better for yourself moving forward. Okay, there's days that I plan to exercise, and for whatever reason, whether it might be laziness, whether it might be I'm just not into it, I don't exercise. And I say, Lord, help me tomorrow to exercise. Lord, help me to do better, to eat better tomorrow. Lord, help me to just do overall better. And Lord, please heal me. And it helps to move the day along, people. You have to be very capable of being able to move forward. Okay? It's imperative, it's critical that you put yourself in a position to move forward and to get your mind right and to don't stress yourself. Okay? It is imperative because stress kills. Okay? There is an untold amount of people running around here who are sick. Okay? Many people, there's always debates, you know, which is the worst sickness to get? Which is the most horrible thing that you could think of, and blah, blah, blah. Listen, I submit that one of the worst things you could do for yourself is to be stressed out. Because if you're stressed, okay, it just affects every living cell in your body. Okay? Every living cell, because that's your entirety. So, what's important is that you practice de stressing yourself. Okay? And all of that helps to get the mind right. Okay? So, let's review for one quick second about what is it to help to get your mind right. Less stress. Okay? Meditation. Okay? Prayers. Okay? Letting go of the past. And 5, have a positive outlook on life. It really helps. Okay? So now we're going to tackle food and the body. Folks, it's one of the most toughest, most dangerous, most everything area of our lives. The food that we eat. Okay? What I want you to do for just 1 second is to close your eyes for 1 minute and picture the best food that you could think of, the thing that you like the most, right? And just imagine you chumming down and eating it and just enjoying it. Okay? How good do you feel? Now, the thing is, the same thing that gives you pleasure also gives you pain. Okay? So some of the foods like the red meats and the high in fat, the high fat macaroni and cheese, the high fat fries and cheese fries and all the fast food, those things, have a lot of salt inside. It has a lot of, you know, saturated fat and those things that your body can really do without. Okay? So, and in some studies, there's, information that shows that some of these things lead to mutation of cells and a lot of things. So, your favorite food might not be the best thing for you. Okay? So, what you have to do now is to say, what is it that I want out of life? What is it that I need out of life? Okay, I already made my decision that, listen, I want to be able to live a healthy life. And, I'm willing to curb my appetite and do whatever I need. I need my body to go back to homeostasis, to be healed. And, I'm willing to give up whatever. Okay? You have to be able to say that you need a change of diet. People, in order for you to be healed, you cannot eat the same thing that you used to eat. I'm sorry. You cannot eat the same thing that you need to eat. Some people have various conditions, but whatever it is, you need to change up your diet. Okay? Some people, have ridiculous alcohol consumption and different thing, but whatever it is, you cannot function the same way you've been functioning if you know that you're sick. And even if you're not sick, okay, you're supposed to be working towards a situation, or keep on working towards a situation where your diet is good and you exercise yourself and you do whatever it is that is necessary to be healthy. Okay? You do not want to be in a situation where you're just going through life, going to doctors and being on medication, you know, for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, you know, there are situations where people need to take medications for a continual length of time, but also too, there's situations where doctors are still in marvel, like how did these people got healed? And this is where the mind comes in. So you have to be able to pray, you have to be able to eat right, and you also need to exercise. Okay? Exercise is critical. People say that when you exercise, you release endorphins, and these endorphins give you a great feeling and it makes you happy and excited. This all works together in the mind. Okay? Exercise helps to heal your body. Even people who have severe chronic conditions, you know, the doctors recommend that you exercise, you know? So, exercising is one thing, and it's recommended that you have 30 minutes of exercise every day. I mean, people, come on, 30 minutes a day? You can't find 30 minutes a day to exercise? You know, for over 10 years, I wasn't able to find 30 minutes a day to exercise. But now I'm making sure that I'm finding the 30 minutes a day to walk, to do whatever, to exercise properly. Okay? Um, Another thing is that you need to keep a breast on your conditions by going to the doctor. All right? Now, for people like myself and other Caribbean men, we have a phobia of the doctor. Okay, doctors are the most scariest thing because when you go to the doctor, some people said, listen, whatever is it that I have, I don't want to find out. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm just going to live, and that's that. People, that is crazy talk. You need to go to the doctor to check yourself up every year to make sure that there's nothing crazy going on in your body. You need a checkup every single year. Okay, a full and thorough checkup. Even if you're not suffering from chronic conditions, you need to have yourself checked as often as they recommend to make sure that whatever illness or sicknesses you have is not progressing in the negative direction. And, you know, if there's something, because usually, you know, probably with an exception of a couple of conditions, if certain conditions is kept in check, you know, at a certain point, you're able to live a much longer, healthier, and much more functional life in society if it's kept in check at a certain point. Okay? Now, if you don't go to the doctor and you let these conditions progress, it's like, oh my goodness, what now? So, people, I hope that my advice has been able to help somebody out there. I want you to continue to do your best to keep your mind right. Go to your doctor's visits. Do what you need to do to stay healthy. And don't be afraid because fear is meant to keep you weak, to keep you sick, to keep you from getting the help and the much necessary health care that you need. Okay? So go forward and be healthy. Okay? Have a blessed day. This is your boy, DJ Troy. Thank you for listening.
I have been through a lot of pain. I have been through a lot of pain. Now I'm getting better. I'm getting better, getting better. Now I'm getting better, getting better. I have been through a lot of pain. I have been through a lot of pain. So I'm getting better, getting better.
on.
better, 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 better.
I say,
I have been through a lot of pain. I have been through a lot of pain, but now I'm getting better, 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 better. You see me walking down the street. You see me walking feeble. You see me looking crazy, but I'm getting stronger, stronger,
I have
stronger.
been through
A lot of pain. I have been through a lot of pain, but now I'm getting better, better, better. So I wanna tell you, if you've been through a lot of pain, if you've been through a lot of pain, don't give up. Just get on to better. Just get better, better, better. I say just get better, better, better. I say just get stronger, better, better. I say just get healthier, just get wiser, because I know I have been through a lot of pain. I have been through a lot of pain, but now I'm getting better, better, better. So what are we going to do? We gonna get focused. We gonna get stronger, wiser. We gonna get stronger. We gonna do what we have to do. So I said, don't give up, don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. Just continue to get stronger, stronger and stronger. So everyone say, I have been through a lot of pain. I have been through a lot of pain, but now I'm getting better, better, better. So I'm never gonna give up on. I'm never going to give up on. I'm never going to give up on myself. Never, oh never, oh
because
never. I have been through a lot of pain. I have been through a lot of pain, but now I'm getting better, better, better. I know that God will see me through the pain and all the sadness. God will see me through all the pain and the sadness. So I'm saying I am getting better. I am getting better. I will never give up, so don't you ever give up, give up, give up. Don't you ever give up.